Everybody good? All right, we got head coach Hank Plona. Coach will open up with a statement and we'll jump into questions.
Happy to get the win. Happy to win both games with the homestand. I thought that was very important for us as we move forward. They're a tricky team to play because the amount of threes they kind of force you to shoot. I watched the Middle Tennessee game. They took 44 threes and 14 twos. And obviously we took 36 threes and 13 twos time. We did get to the free throw line, but kind of a unique way of playing. And it looked all fine when the threes go in the first half, but when the threes start missing and maybe you expect them to go in, and all of a sudden now you're not rebounding, not getting back on defense, things can kind of snowball, and they certainly did. Obviously, when they got up 61-60, that's a concerning point for the head coach of this team. But I guess probably the ultimate positive of the game was at that point we dug down deep, got some stops, stuck together, made the plays on both ends of the floor, rebounding, free throws. LJ obviously made a big shot from the corner and made the plays to win the game. So in the second half, that was a little bit ugly from our perspective. Very good that we were able to, in the last minute or two, make the plays to win the game.
Right, back-to-back stops there late. Were those the shots that you were hoping to get from them, or were you kind of holding your breath as they went out?
Yeah, I was fine with them. They're really good at getting the ball to about the center of the free throw line, and then everything opens. I mean, the lobs, the pull-ups, the threes. So we basically brought Noah a little bit higher and tried to keep the ball out of there. So we were hoping that we didn't want them to get an in-rhythm shot. At least we wanted them to make a second play. So if we step back, we had been switching everything. We've been trying everything on that ball screen, but they were just they put the ball in Bates' hands so much, and when he gets to the middle of the free throw line, lob from the weak side corner, lob to the big man, three behind you, and pull up are all open. So, and they practice that, and it's routine, and you know what it is. So, Noah's a special talent. He's 7 feet tall, and obviously with a great wingspan, he can move his feet. So, by bringing him up in that ball screen, they were forced to throw out. I know that once we got up by 3, we were really on the three-point line, and almost going to give them a 2 if they cut. So, when we're up 64-61, for sure that was a shot we wanted. 62-61, I mean, we got the rebound. I think it was some kind of in-between off-bound. I mean, obviously, it was a good play, a good stop, a good rebound. I was mostly concerned about the rebounding. They're a ferocious offensive team, and man, the one that they made at 58-57, I think, was a tough one. I mean, Cooper's as active as you can be. Avery Thomas made some good plays. I guess Thomas had a tough 3 over Grant. I thought Grant guarded as well as you could, and obviously he'd been struggling shooting the ball a little bit. So I think it was good that we didn't allow their primary looks to score late in the game.
Yeah, at one point, the second half, I think, well over 10 minutes without a field goal, as you said. I mean, they're what, second in the nation in field goal defense coming in?
Yeah, and they, yeah, they just kind of, they stay resilient with it. I mean, if we'd allowed 9 for 18 from 3 in the first half, you'd see something different in the second half. But they stick to what they do, and they trust that the numbers will add up, and they have. I mean, because they've been elite guarding the three-point line all year. They've been elite on field goal percentage defense all year, and our 17 for 53 that'll sure help that number a little bit. So they're resilient. They stick with it, and they know who they are, and they play well together. And yeah, in the second half, it sure caused us some problems.
Not a great offensive team, obviously, and their free throw shooting helped you guys in the second half there, and it's a huge difference.
Yeah, they're front court kids. I mean, I think Martinez 0 for 3, Will Allen 1 for 2. So I mean, the 1 for 5 from the bigs, and I guess the rest of the team 8 for 14, probably not perfect either. So yeah, I would agree with that. Looking at the numbers, we'll take all the help we can get.
I know after Friday, you wanted to emphasize that 3-point defense. What do you kind of take away from that end of that?
Yeah, I thought we got. I mean, that's as good as we've guarded the line. Obviously, it's not the strength of their team. But I thought we contested shots pretty well. I think we lost Bates once or twice. We tried to pressure out a little bit more. They tried to run. I mean, we've gotten beat something like the play, not the last play of the Tulsa game, but the second to last play. Teams have been running in South Florida game, a lot of downscreen staggers to bring shooters off. So even teams that don't run a lot of those type of plays have been running them. They tried one late in the game, and we guarded that a little bit different. So I thought we executed that. We switched out and forced them a little further back. So I thought we executed some defensive things well, especially late in the game to prevent the 3.
You got the road trip coming to the Mountain Time Zone. I guess you'll be leaving on Wednesday.
Just what are you looking for when you go out there and play New Mexico State and Utah?
Man, that's probably a very generic answer, but it's as true as can be. I just want our team to have the same upbeatness, enthusiasm, positivity, juice, energy, whatever word you want to call. Like, don't let the road matter. Don't let the time zone matter. Don't let the place matter. Like, we've had a really good stretch here since Monday at Jack State, right up until about halftime of this game. And I would even say right up until we missed shots to start the second half. And that shouldn't affect you. Like, we can't stop. We can't be mentally fragile. We've got. I mean, and to me, that's why the home road splits in our league, but all in college basketball, are significant, because these all are very new, put together teams now. All the road does is it brings out who you really are. So, I mean, it's not impossible to play on the road. If you're a really tough-minded team, you're going to win. But I think we're all figuring out how to learn how to be tough-minded teams together. And this is obviously a great test for us. I don't know the scores of the games today. I guess somebody said New Mexico State was losing at halftime. I don't know if they won or lost. But I know that each team has dropped the first one on the road. And, man, you get back home just like we did. I mean, you're a whole different team. We watched them beat Sam Houston the first half by 20 points. So we know New Mexico State's a very good basketball team that's been elite on their home court, and so we don't got to do anything heroic. We just got to be mentally strong and mentally together in everything we do, and it'd be good to see us represent that.
Coach, you guys led for 37 minutes in this one. What do you think would be...
Who's that?
So you guys led for 37
Oh, yeah, yep.
minutes. What do you think would be key for you guys to finish those games out with the lead? Obviously, you led for such a large amount of time. What do you think would be key for it?
We struggled out scoring in this one. I mean, every game's a little bit different. I guess, not to defend our guys, but we did finish this one out, so I guess I feel better about this one than the Tulsa one, or the South Florida one. The positive is you fell behind, and if we hadn't been able, defensive stops at the end, made free throws, shots. So, I guess the positive is that we were able to finish this out. I don't know. You want to lead for 40 minutes. You don't. We struggled to score. I think we had 12 points, and so in this game alone, I'm not really a storyline type guy. I think you try to identify problems and fix them. I think we fixed some of our problems, but we were struggling to score. 7 for 31 in the second half from the floor. It is. If you're not very mentally strong, shooting 21% or whatever that is, can make your defense a little bit worse. Can make the rebounding a little bit worse. So, I'd like to see us, no matter win or lose, play for 40 minutes. Falling behind at Jacksonville State on Monday, but then battling back. We just haven't put a rock-solid 40-minute stretch together. The closest we probably did was the Tulsa game. The first couple minutes of the second half, maybe a little bit, but it's a very, very good basketball team. I wouldn't tell you I thought we took, because when they went on a run, we weren't playing. I think that's probably the closest we've been. And then coming back from break, you lose a couple days. It seems like you lose some togetherness or stamina or whatever it is. And man, we've been building these last 7 or 8 days, and no doubt the second half was a little shaky right there for sure. We got to get better at that, but I think we're making progress. But just putting a complete 40 minutes of togetherness and defense and energy and together, not judging how you play. We had a couple guys that felt like they didn't play great, or a couple guys that get physically banged up a little bit. Man, just keep on going. Like, this is not supposed to be easy. Like, anybody that ever said this was going to be easy I'm not telling you basketball is life or death, but it prepares you for the real world, because it's a challenge and it's not easy, and you got to persevere and you got to fight and you got to make it to the finish line. So just trying to continue to teach those things and continue to put ourselves in experiences and hopefully have successful ones where we can get better from them.
So you're hanging on Cam? How's condition?
Yeah, I think he's fine.
He missed his three-point shooting.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I think he was good to go back in the game there. He seemed to me like he was hurting a little bit. I get that's probably just me. I just didn't feel comfortable going back with him at that point. But yeah, for sure, we missed his shooting.
Like you said earlier, Coach, great to start off the 2-game homestand with 2 wins. Going back to talking about building Tegan and Grant and Ryan, what they've done in this first weekend in conference play, just how good is that?
Yeah, they've been very consistent. I thought Ryan had a little downstretch at the beginning of the second half, but man, the first half he kept us going. I thought, I don't play guys 36 minutes just for scoring points. Like, I thought he was handling the ball and defending, and man, he got a big rebound late. He's not the best rebounder in the world, but he had 0 at halftime and finished with 4. So I know he battled there in the second half. I'll throw LJ in there today as well. In the last 8 or 9 minutes, LJ played with 4 fouls and really helped us win that game. So just some older kind of winning experience I thought was very good to see. Armello Boone's about my favorite human being on the planet, you know, like a lot of freshmen, he just had a little bit of a down game, so it's good to see that the older guys showed their experience and stepped up and stayed prepared, because we all know Melo's pulled us through a lot of times this year, so it was great to see those older guys stay ready to go and help us get a win.
Yeah, there was a stretch there with about 3 minutes left, it's tied 53 all. The next 3 field goals, I'm not sure which one was the biggest. I mean, you guys were still down at one point after, but Ryan with a short pull-up
Yep.
lane to snap that like 12 minutes.
That was an important one, for sure.
And then LJ in the corner with a 3, and then Teagan finds a way through the lane to score there.
Yep, Ryan, I thought made that play. I thought that was a good play. I mean, they were guarding him a little closer on three-point line because of his shooting. So I thought he did a good job and played very under control. Man, LJ's play was huge. That was kind of a broken out of bounds play. Like we moved the defense, but that was, you know, the last 2 games we scored on a lot of out of bounds plays that we've been executing really well. But obviously late in the game, teams are really juiced up. It's hard. I think there was 8 on the shot clock, but he knew it, and man, he stepped up and made a big 3. And then Teagan's drive, the guys executed that really well. I mean, it looked like I mean, we cleared that right side out for Teagan. We had talked about that in the timeout, and then we never got to it. So it was actually really good for the guys we worked on that timeout, went over that, and then a couple things happened in the game and we went back to it. And early in the year we would struggle if it wasn't kind of the initial play. That's a little bit of a wrinkle on what we do. So I thought the guys did a good job executing that and clearing that out and allowing T in that driving lane.
All right, thanks, guys.